This is going to be your weekly tarot and oracle forecast. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the energies for this upcoming week, break it down day by day, and let you know how to navigate. So as I'm filming this, we are in the aftermath of the full moon partial lunar eclipse in Taurus. And to be honest with you, I don't know if I have any words. Funny enough, I'm a talker, so you would think I'd have a million things to say, and I probably will once I get into the reading. But I will tell you that the energy is very mixed. I don't know. There's the confirmation from the phone in the background. I would say that many of you might be feeling emotional. You may have had trouble sleeping. The body aches have come through, the restlessness, just general blah. You might even feel like just hibernating, for the day. Hopefully you're resting right now, or you're able to kind of just have some sort of peace today. So I'm really curious to know in the comments, what's the vibe from you all? Are the vibes vibing? There's the question. So, we're going to take a look and get some messages for the overall energies first before we begin, and we'll go from there. So here we go. Divine Presence, the force of love and creation. Wow, what a card to start with. We need to be in the energy of love, more than fear, of course. And we also have to know that creation is feminine energy. Okay, this is all about being divinely protected, knowing that everything's going to be okay. I see that there's a number 44 at the top here, and I've been talking about this in my lives recently, that I'm seeing a lot of 44s or 444s. Let me know in the comments what angel numbers you've been seeing. Let's take a look at this deck here and see what else we need to know for the overall energies. And wow, glitter. What gift awaits? Interesting. The gift of the eclipse, the gift that keeps on giving. Wow. I do believe it though. I know I'm giggling here, nervous giggles, but I would say to you that I do agree. All of this is a gift. It happens for us, not to us. And I mean, if we can't have a sense of humor, what can we have, or what can we do? Let's get a third card here and have Lost in Space, needing direction. And I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Well, this is all about navigating this new energy that's coming in. And it's not easy. I've been talking about this a lot in regards to my new course that's launching on November 1st called The Passion Project. I feel like we've lost ourselves in so many ways, and we need to find that spark of new energy. And hopefully we can find that drive and creativity to push ourselves forward. It's super important right now. So if you'd like to join me for the Passion Project, it does launch on November 1st. The link is in my bio. But essentially here, we're going to have a glow up. We are going to create new things. We are going to find the direction because we have to. What else can we do? Okay, I'm going to take these cards. I'm going to put them to the side. If we need to come back to them later, we will. So let's get right into it and see what we need to know about this upcoming week. So let's take these Moonology cards and feel it out. On Monday, meditate and contemplate. I have a feeling a lot of you are going to be in deep thought. Now, I don't want you, living in your headspace. You can visit there. You can visit. Don't live there, okay? So Monday, we have meditate and contemplate. Tuesday, your hard work is paying off. It is. It is. Don't doubt yourself. I think a lot of the times we want to give up right before the finish line. And with that, we have your dreams need a practical plan on Wednesday. This is the full moon in Taurus card. So we're going to feel the effects of the full moon for the next few days. And I think what this card means is setting intentions. What are your intentions? You don't have to have everything set. Nothing is set in stone. I think what it comes down to is, what ideas do you have? What direction would you like to head in? Who would you like to be? What kind of relationship would you like to have? I would say set some intentions for this new beginning. And nothing will come of the situation. Doesn't mean nothing will happen. It just means don't worry about it so much. Worrying will do nothing for your current situation. Okay? So that was Thursday. Let's take a look at Friday. Work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. Now, I really need to look up on the calendar when is the new moon in Scorpio. I'm guessing that it's going to be in a couple of weeks, just based on the fact that we had the full moon. So, I think we have a lot of fear right now. Fear of moving forward. Are your knees sore, by the way? That's a sign usually of fear of moving forward. Are you afraid of love? Are you afraid of being in a relationship? Are you afraid of giving yourself to someone? What is the fear? We got to work through these fears. And you're not alone, by the way. Nothing is yet set in stone. What did I say? It's like the universe was listening to me. So this is a message that says, set your intentions. Anything is possible. Nothing is yet set in stone. And to be honest with you, that's a really good thing. I'm glad that it's not set in stone, because I like the idea of flexibility, or the idea of, going in a different direction if it's better for me. So let's take a look at Sunday. Show the world the real you. I think this is what it's coming down to. Living your authentic truth. Figuring out what you want, not what other people want. What do you want? I'm channeling my inner notebook here. What do you want? It's amazing. We know all the things we don't want, but if we're asked, what do we want? That's where we all get stumped, right? And let's see. Let's get a sneak peek at the following week. Don't let pride get in your way. Don't be stubborn. Don't fight it. Don't fight the shift. It does nothing for us. Okay. On that note, let's go to the tarot and see what we need to know here. Let's go back to Monday. Okay, so meditate and contemplate. I mean, maybe some deep breathing and meditation might really help you. Well, 5 of Cups, there's sadness and there's grief. And I'm not surprised, because this card has been coming out quite a bit lately in my readings and sessions. I think people are really grieving an old story, an old narrative. And I also think that there's disappointment, disappointment that things aren't going the way necessarily that we want them to. And that's so tough to digest, because we often say, why? And we don't have to know the answers. We just have to know how to respond. Okay? So when something doesn't go our way, what do? Do we sit here and cry? Nothing wrong with crying, nothing wrong with processing. But at a certain point, we have to get up and go, right? Feel it, and then embrace what comes next. Tough. So let's see. All right. Let's go to Tuesday. Now, Tuesday is Halloween. Happy Halloween to everybody. 4 of Pentacles. This tells me that there's a lot of energy of holding back. The 4 of Pentacles is extremes of giving time, love, or money. It's kind of like an all or nothing vibe. And, I've been talking about this a lot, working hard versus working smart. Yes, your hard work is paying off, but I want to remind you that you don't have to break your back. You don't have to try and push everything. Once we surrender and let go a little bit, that's when things start really coming in. And, I think when we want it so badly, we push so much, but then what we're looking for or what we're wanting tends to run away because we're trying too hard. So my advice to you this week is, don't try so hard. Be smart about where you put your energy. Now on Wednesday, your dreams need a practical plan. Well, there's the 8 of Pentacles, work. Wow, there's a real theme of work here. There's work to do, But I will say this. I like the fact that there's stretching in this card. I do like the fact that, flexibility comes from stretching, right? And I did say, be flexible. That nothing is yet set in stone is about being mutable. And what's being mutable? It's being flexible. Because the mutable signs, for example, Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Gemini, they are signs that adapt, or energy that adapts to different situations. So, I think it's time to get to work in setting intentions. I'm not suggesting you have to work super hard. I want you to work smart. Now, nothing will come of this situation. Let's see what we need to know. Well, we have the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups says, believe in miracles. Stop worrying and just believe. It's very hard. I get it. You're not alone, just so you know. But that energy is suggesting that we believe in miracles and let things unfold the way that they're supposed to. It also indicates that we're in the early stages of something new and exciting. Now, work through your fears. It's Judgment Day. It's Judgment Day. This is saying, make a decision. This is a wake-up call. This could be news coming in, an announcement. Very interesting energy. It's almost like somebody's going to get some clarity or some downloads here. It's obviously about what these fears are and maybe how to work through them. So let's see. Nothing is yet set in stone on Saturday. And we have justice, equal giving and receiving and balance. This is what we're trying to achieve. So, you know, what do we need to do in order to achieve balance in our life? What does balance look like to you? That's another good question. What does it look like to you? And show the world the real you. Well, here's the Devil card. And the Devil card is all about restrictions, addictions, codependency. You know, it's generally feeling chained or held back. And what is it in your life that's holding you back? Is it the fears? Is it judgment from other people? Is it fear of the unknown? You know, there's so many things that could get in the way. Now, let's get that sneak peek at the following week. And we have here the Death card, death and rebirth. That's Scorpio energy. Don't let pride get in your way. Maybe death of the ego. Because, I mean, what is pride? It's ego. It's a mask. And this is why we're encouraging people to live their authentic truth, right? So let's take a look with the Oracle cards here to see what we need to know. And we have... Okay, let's go back to Monday. Meditate and contemplate. We've got that sadness and disappointment. There's the Tower moment. How many of you are feeling that Tower moment? You know, this is where we have sudden change. We have a desire for something new. We're not sure how to get there. And there might even be a little bit of anger too. If you're angry, what are you angry about? Who are you angry at? Is it someone else, or are you angry at yourself? We talked about this in my live the other day. So let's see. On Tuesday, we've still got this holding back here. Well, there's the snake. Deception, jealousy, betrayal, silent treatment, something that's counterproductive. Can I just remind you that holding back is counterproductive? Holding yourself back from making changes just, you know, keeps you in the same position. It doesn't hurt anyone else, okay? So that's an interesting card to get. But I also look at snakes as being shedding skin, right? It's the beginning is the end is the beginning, right? So it's all dependent on your circumstances. On Wednesday, something sudden and unexpected is going to come in, and it's going to force you to be flexible. I think that's why we're talking about this, right? So set those intentions. I think you are going to harvest. I really do. But I think it's going to take some time, and you're going to get a surprise. You're going to have something very sudden happen on Wednesday. You might even feel very liberated. I think you're going to start to feel a lot better in regards to this full moon, you know, partial lunar eclipse energy. So let's take a look at the Page of Cups here that we have on Thursday. Balance, Mother Earth. Satisfying. Believe that you're going to have the balance and that you're going to feel satisfied in your life. Let's take a look at Friday, Judgment Day. Something's brewing. Blending, brewing, breaking things down. But you know what? We're going to make something else here. We're gonna look at alchemy here, turning something into something else. I always say, take what you've learned from the past, apply it to the present so you can have a better future. Now let's take a look here at Saturday. The ship, you're going places, you're moving forward. I mean, you might be traveling, but this is about movement and being flexible with that movement, right? Nothing is yet set in stone. Uncharted waters. You don't know where you're going, and that's okay. You don't have to know, but you adapt day by day and step by step. And Sunday, this card went flying here. What is it? The Eagle, we're going to challenge the status quo. We're not going to feel held back anymore. We're not going to let those restrictions come in. We're going to live our authentic truth. And that sneak peek at the following week, we have Butterfly, see, death and rebirth, total transformation. Reinvent yourself, rise up, evolution of the soul, be open. And you know, I've been talking about this a lot with people lately. Perceived openness. We often think we're so open, but when the time comes, we're really not. So I would just say it's time to embrace the change. It's time. And I was filming some readings yesterday, and the card that kept coming up was, it's time. It's time. Like, don't you feel it? It's time. Okay, so let's take some Power of Surrender cards here to see what we need to surrender or surrender to. And let's see. Surrender to your intuition. Tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. That's that clarity. It's coming. You may have already had some. All right, let's take another one here. Surrender obsessive thinking. Very hard to do. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help you, will help bring you clarity, or even solve the problem. This is why I love passion projects, or the idea of sparking new energy. Oftentimes, we don't know how to bring new energy into our life, and I suggest you do what you're passionate about. And if you don't know what you're passionate about, figure it out and explore it. Whether that's art, music, dancing, exercise, whatever brings you peace or a sense of curiosity to learn. What did you always want to learn? Find something that will spark new energy in your life. That can help you get out of obsessive thinking. So let's see, one more card before we go. Surrender your addictions. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. That could be the obsessive thinking or whatever else you might be addicted to. It could be anything. And that devil card we had earlier is addictions, codependency, and restrictions. You know, sometimes it's like being addicted to a routine or self-preservation mode, or, you know, unfortunately to trauma, you know. That's why I say you can visit the past. You can't live there. I don't want you living there. So I really hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for always listening to my readings. I always appreciate it. Subscribe, a like, a comment. It really means the world to me. And if you'd like to do a private reading with me, the link is in my bio. Thank you very much, and I wish you an amazing week.